Rockford high school student is putting his district on notice tonight, saying that a culture of racism is going unchecked, and it's deeply affecting students of color.
What this student did in response is drawing both criticism and praise. News 8's Donovan Long has this story all new at 6.
This disturbing report, sent to hundreds of Rockford teachers and administrators,
I'm not alone,
highlights what senior Brady Smith says is an ugly truth in the district.
There's other people that know what it feels like.
After saying his concerns about the treatment of his black and brown classmates were falling on deaf ears, Smith created and emailed out the report. He posted it to Instagram, asking 9th through 12th grade current and former students of color to share their school experiences.
It was very eye-opening for me.
A 2014 Native American Rockford grad responded saying, quote, "One staff member dressed up in a full Native headdress and mocked my culture openly during class hours. I wanted to vomit." A current African American student submitted, quote, "Also just had to report a video of a kid saying the N-word and saying, 'Go pick cotton in the field like you were made to,' N-word." Even some white students acknowledging there might be a problem. One wrote, quote, "As a white male growing up in Rockford, I was not held accountable for the way I perceived people who were different than me." He adds, quote, "There were minimal checks in place to call out harmful behavior by students, including myself."
We have work to do.
Incoming interim superintendent Corey Wilson Crawford acknowledges the report in this staff-wide email. She says based on staff feedback, the report seems to be, quote, "more confusing than enlightening." She also says the district will continue its efforts to be more inclusive.
But what does that work look like?
Yeah, that should look like more inclusive classrooms. That should look like students feeling like they can say who they are and they can present at school how they are. Right? That should look like interventions occurring when something goes awry.
Do you think this district has a race problem?
I think that our society has a problem with cultural awareness, and I do think that Rockford is not immune to that.
Wilson Crawford says her staff will be trained in cultural awareness and that 9th through 12th grade students will have the option to share their truths in an upcoming school-sanctioned survey. Meanwhile, Smith says he has no regrets about sending out his report and only hopes it will shift the school's culture for future generations.
I think that what I did is important, and I hope that it motivates them to take action.
Reporting in Rockford, Donovan Long, News 8.